Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNEWS reporters Tad Stefanak, Robert Paris, Noel D'Amico, Arishi Dema, and Elizabeth Fuller, Juliana McGrain with sports, and Gretchen Carey with the community calendar. Thank you for joining us. A moment of silence was held at the Mass House of Representatives formal session on Monday in tribute to deceased political activist Charlie Kirk.
Will the members, guests, and employees please stand in a moment of silent tribute for political activist Charlie Kirk, who was fatally shot during a speaking appearance at Utah Valley University on September 10th. We extend our sincere condolences to his wife, Erica, and their 2 children. We condemn this senseless act and urge a return to civil discourse where opposing views can be freely exchanged and debated without the threat of violence. Thank you.
The Burlington ICE facility drew attention again this week with multiple detentions. On Friday, Milford teenager Gustavo Oliveira was taken into custody and held through Monday morning. He is the second Milford teen detained at the facility in the past year, following Marcelo Gomez de Silva last June. The next day, Oliveira's parents were ordered to appear in Burlington. They later reported to the ICE processing office in Framingham, where they were fitted with ankle monitors, according to NBC Boston. On Wednesday, a 31-year-old Edgar Herman Elias Escobar of Malden was detained while on his way to work. He suffered minor injuries during the arrest. Escobar's wife later described the arrest to the media outside of the facility.
He called me. It was 2 minutes outside of our complex. I was on the phone, driving to him. He was screaming. The ICE officer was screaming. Hernan said, "Please don't do that, please don't do that. My wife is on her way." They smashed the window with me on the phone. When I arrived, the taser was in his face. Hernan's left arm was bleeding. I called someone from my office, and she advised that we request an ambulance.
Meanwhile, demonstrators continue to gather outside the facility, with crowds steadily growing. Jared Berezin, one of the group's organizers, expressed frustration over the ICE operations at this facility.
From January through July, more than 2,700 human beings have been abducted and brought to this hellish facility. More than 1,000 of these individuals were held here for multiple days, up to 22 days. But let's get one thing straight. Whether someone is held here for 1 hour or 1 week, whether they have a criminal record or no criminal record, they all have constitutional rights to due process.
A new restaurant concept is set to open in Burlington. It's called Wonder, a technology-driven food hall that partners with national restaurants and celebrity chefs. The model allows customers to order from multiple cuisines at once, with all meals prepared in a single kitchen and delivered together. The company is planning to open in the rear of the Village at the Burlington Mall, the former Sears Auto Center. At the last planning board meeting, a special permit was approved for the project, though members raised concerns about increased delivery traffic in the area. The approval includes a requirement for a 12-month traffic review. Construction is scheduled to begin in November, with the restaurant expected to open in early 2025. Dickey Cadillac's Burlington at Work show is now airing on BCAT, and it includes a fun segment that packs quick facts about the town called Burlington 101. The first segment covers Burlington's history and founding.
Before European settlement, the 12 square miles we now call Burlington were home to several Native American tribes, including the Massachusetts people. Burlington became a part of Woburn in 1730, known then as the Second Parish, but the seeds of independence were planted just 2 years later when residents built their own meeting house in 1732. Back then, meeting houses were the center of civic life. By 1799, Burlington was officially incorporated as a town. For over 150 years, Burlington remained a largely agricultural community, but that changed dramatically in the mid-20th century. In 1951, the construction of Route 128, then called the Circumferential Highway, connected Burlington to the broader region, setting off a wave of development. The opening of Burlington Mall in the 1960s transformed the south side of town into a retail destination, and in the decades that followed, tech companies began setting up shop, reshaping the local economy. Since 1950, the population has grown from just over 3,000 to around 26,000. Today, Burlington is home to a vibrant mix of residential neighborhoods, retail centers, and commercial hubs. It is also a diverse and dynamic community with a wide range of cultural backgrounds, income levels, educational paths, and life experiences, all shaping what Burlington is today.
Yoga 6 is the latest new business in the Burlington Square redevelopment. The Chamber welcomed the studio to town with a ribbon cutting. Let's have a look.
The Chamber of Commerce cut the ribbon on a new boutique yoga studio, Yoga 6.
Yoga 6 is a modern take on an ancient practice. So anywhere from, you've never stepped on a mat in your life or in a studio to the seasoned practitioner and everything in between. So the way we cue to the body as opposed to just calling out poses, which people find is really personal to their journey on their mat.
Yoga 6 is a boutique warm to hot yoga studio. There are not a lot around the area. We have classes from strength and cardio type classes to restorative and relaxing type classes.
I asked about the meaning of the 6.
The 6 is our 6 core formats. So everything from 101 to sculpt and flow with weights and everything in between. So it's our 6 formats. We do offer workshops and various other things that go outside the 6, but our 6 are the core formats that are unique to Yoga 6.
We also have TRX for those that like that. So it's actually more than 6, but that's what the 6 is for. Originally, it was just 6 types of classes.
Burlington Square has had a transformation. If you haven't been down here recently, you should take a look. A lot of fitness, healthy eating options. It's really updated the area, and it's brought a lot of activity down in this section. We
have classes all the way from beginners to seasoned practitioners, all different types. People who have practiced for years to just starting, men, women, older, younger, everyone.
We couldn't be more excited to just spread the word. We love getting to know our community, our people, and if you've never tried yoga, we're here. Come in. We can't wait to meet you.
From Yoga 6 Yoga Studio, along with Elizabeth Fuller, I'm BNEWS reporter Tad Stefanak.
Next week, we'll have Tati's ribbon cutting, also opening in the same plaza. The Burlington Parks and Recreation Department held their annual Truck Day event on the Common, and our reporting team, Arishi Dema and Juliana McGrain, were there to cover the event.
Good morning, Burlington. I'm BNews reporter Arushi Daima here with Juliana McGrain at the official start of fall programming for Burlington, Truck Day, where families can come see trucks of all shapes and sizes on the Commons here today. And this, as always, is hosted by the amazing Burlington Parks and Rec.
What was the hardest part about organizing Truck Day?
We have so many businesses here, companies, towns, reaching out to all of them, getting that all organized, having them, let us know what they're going to bring, what they need. So it's just a lot of coordination before the event. And then day of, it's a little bit chaotic when we're loading in all the vehicles, but once everything's set, it's such a fun time.
What's your favorite part about Truck Day?
Just how many different businesses and companies that come here to support us. We're not paying anybody. They're all donating their time and their equipment to be here. So it's probably that.
Be sure to keep an eye out on BCAT for our extended coverage of Truck Day 2025. As always, this is Arushi Daima with Juliana McGrain. Keep on trucking, Burlington.
The Select Board has approved 4 new police officers and an accounting specialist. The officers will start academy training October 14th before moving to field training and solo patrols. They are Kenneth Seda, Andrew Lally, and Taylor Gerard, all from Burlington, and Matthew Quayle of Woburn. Brunhilde Lengosi was appointed as Treasurer-Collector Accounting Specialist, praised for her communication skills and her ability to speak multiple languages. The Burlington Public Schools have a new Director of Food Services, Kerry Noak. She brings new ideas that have the students eating up. Tad Stefanik has the story. Let's have a look.
Burlington Public Schools have a new food service director and a new approach to what is going on student food trays.
I've been here for 10 years, so I'm not new to the department, but my ideas and everything are new, so it's been a great start to the year. So our menu is USDA compliant, but we are trying to get more feedback from the kids to try to make the favorite lunches, and the numbers are showing that they're enjoying it. So I've tried to take feedback and produce what the kids want. And also I walk through the schools. In the high school, I walk through and I talk to people, ask them if they like it. I watch, I observe to see if kids are taking it. I look at our numbers daily to see, is this a lunch that they're enjoying? The numbers go up. I can see that, oh, they like this. It's been successful. In our menu, we have options on the side that you can look through, and you can click on and say feedback. I created a section with, I would love to know people's feedback. If you click on that, you can give me your feedback. You can call me. But in our new software, that's one of the options that you can do, which is great. It directs you directly to like the free and reduced application if you need that. All those on the sidebar, it has all the stuff you need. What I would like to do is make sure that it's healthy, but something that they desire. So we have unlimited fruits and vegetables, and they love that, which is a little surprising, but it's a pleasant surprise. And then all the options that I've had, they seem to love. Ultimately, I would love all children to be able to just enjoy the free lunch that we get every day. I would love them to be able to have something for everybody. That's ultimately what I want. It's about the kids, and that's what I just want everybody to be happy and satisfied.
From the Burlington High School Cafeteria Kitchen, I'm BNEWS reporter Tad Stefanik.
Robert Paris caught up with a couple of members of the Marshall Simons Middle School Fields Subcommittee for an update on the new fields.
Plans for field renovations and new amenities at the MSMS fields are moving forward after receiving approval at the Maytown meeting.
The field will be oriented the same way the current turf field is here at Brush Field. It'll be one full-size lacrosse field, soccer field combo. And then moving further down towards the wood line, there'll be a half-size field which will accommodate U10 soccer fields. Just to the right of where the scoreboard is, back to the tree line where the goal is, there'll be a practice area with a kickback wall. If you look at the hill where the large bit of vegetation is, just to the left of that and moving into the vegetation, there'll be stadium seating on the top row and the bottom row. There'll also be a accessible walkway that comes down the hill to the fields, and then the only other feature is a accessible walkway that'll be around the field and a driveway to bring ambulances on the right.
To guide the process, a subcommittee of school administrators, community members, and municipal employees has been established.
The MSMS Field Subcommittee was created out of the school committee when the warrant article was approved, and really just try to take a look at the community, get a large cross-section best we could to represent all the equities that will be using this field, and I think we did a pretty good job doing that.
The proposed field design will be put to a vote at the next meeting on September 22nd. The renovation is expected to take roughly 4 to 6 months to complete. Recreation Commission Chair and Subcommittee Member Lindsay Carlson shared how Parks and Recreation will utilize the space for the community.
We are in full support of the fields themselves when they were presented to us before a town meeting last year. If anything, this gives us another opportunity or additional space to have more programming, in addition to being able to support youth sports here. So we're very excited to have this opportunity to have more space and more opportunity for not just more programming, but also for more of our community members to be able to use the space as well.
This will be another great addition for the town and community, providing improved space for athletic events.
Number one, just having a new athletic space that's usable for about 3 more months a year. Number two, just giving a state-of-the-art playing surface to the athletes in the town, and then a great recreation complex for the town to use as well.
I'm Robert Paris for BNews Weekly.
Up next, we have sports with Juliana McGrain, including a full report of our home opener shutout with Noel D'Amico. All the action is following our community calendar with Gretchen Carey.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your community calendar. On September 25th from 6 to 9 p.m., the Burlington Fire and Burlington Police Departments will be competing with each other in a softball game at Marvin Field. The event supports the BCSF. Everyone is welcome. For more information and tickets, go to the following website. On September 27th from 5 to 8 p.m., People Helping People will be having Burlington Feud at the Billerica Elks on 14 Webb Brook Road. For more information and tickets, go to the following website. On September 28th from 2 to 6 p.m., the Indian Americans for Burlington will be having Diwali on the Town Common. Everyone is welcome and the event is free. For more community calendar events, go to bcattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your community calendar.
Hi everyone, I'm Juliana McGrain, and this is your weekly Red Devils Sports Report. Noel D'Amico was at the Red Devils football home opener as they hosted the Westboro Warriors. Let's go take a look.
We're back at Varsity Field as Burlington High School takes on Westboro in tonight's home opener. Coming into the season, the talk for Burlington has been about the new head coach, the new quarterback, and what this team is going to look like. What we do know, Drew Garvey has been eager to get started. He spent the summer learning the offense and getting in the weight room to prepare himself both physically and mentally for the season.
After a fumble on the opening kickoff, the Devils quickly recovered and mounted a long drive that ended with a 1-yard touchdown by senior Ryan Brooks, giving them a 6-0 lead. The Devils' defense was outstanding, keeping the Rangers scoreless all game. Brooks added a highlight in the fourth quarter with a 60-yard pick six and also secured the 2-point conversion, sealing a 14-0 victory.
He's going! See ya! Have a pick six, Ryan Brooks! Feet off the ground, Ryan. You got a feast right now. I like Ryan. That was awesome.
Noel D'Amico spoke with Ryan Brooks and quarterback Drew Garvey about the big win.
Brooks, a lot of changes this year, a lot of new things happening. What was it like taking those adjustments and putting them into play tonight?
You know, we've been putting on this is the hardest I've seen, the team work for the past 4 years I've been here, and I love it, and that's what we just showed in the field tonight.
Drew, your first game being quarterback for this team, can you just tell us what was going on through your head? What are some of the emotions?
It obviously is very emotional, very intense, it's a lot on the mind, but all throughout training camp, off-season work, it's been very easy for me. It started off hard, but the more work I put in, the easier it gets. So
it's not every day that we see our quarterback on both sides of the ball making tackles on defense. Almost had an interception there.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what it's like to have an impact on both sides of the ball?
It's awesome, very exciting, but as you can see, also very tiring. Kind of cramped up in the fourth there, but got to get a little more conditioning, a little more water in me before the game. We'll be better next week.
Greg Sheridan gets his first victory as BHS head coach with tonight's win over Westboro, and we look ahead to next week as Burlington competes for the Battle of Wynn Street against Woburn.
The Lady Devils soccer had back-to-back shutout losses, 4-0 to Melrose on the 10th and 5-0 to Arlington on the 15th. They defeated Wakefield in a one-sided win of 5-2. Emma Lewandowski and Ellie Basile and Brianna Thomas and Elise Holm each had 1 goal. They currently have a record of 3-3. Red Devil Soccer had a close one at Arlington Catholic on the 12th. Sam Fernandez scored in a 2-1 loss. Back at home on the 15th, they were blanked by Arlington 5-0. And on the 17th, they fell to Wakefield 3-0. The boys are still looking for their first win, now 0-7 on the season. Red Devils Golf sits at 2-6. They dropped a close match to Belmont on the 12th, 34.5 to 27.5, before Reading handed them a 46-26 defeat on the 17th. Lady Devils field hockey had a wild finish against Melrose last week. Let's check out the highlights.
After a scoreless first and second period, junior Shayla Coker finally put the Devils on the board, making it 1-0. Melrose answered late in the third to even the score at 1-1. Both teams played strong defense in the fourth, and despite the late efforts, neither could break the tie, ending the game in a rare 1-1 draw.
They followed it up with a scoreless tie in Arlington on the 16th. Burlington is still seeking their first win with 4 losses and 2 ties. The Lady Devils volleyball team is red hot, starting the season of 5-1. They took down Melrose at home 3-1 and swept Arlington on the 16th 3-0. The Burlington Woburn girls swim team evened the record to 1-1 with a 98-71 win over Wakefield. Congratulations to Sadie Floyd, who qualified for sectionals in the 200 freestyle and states in the 100 freestyle. BNEWS sports reporter Robert Paris was at the home opener for cross country and has a full breakdown of the event.
The boys and girls cross country teams had their home opener against the Wakefield Warriors at Varsity Field on the afternoon of September 16th. The boys defeated Wakefield 24-33. To be a champion, you have to beat the champion, and that's exactly what they did. Still, the team will need to work on correcting mistakes as the season progresses.
I mean, beating Wakefield puts you on path to being a league champion. Melrose is also in that mix, and Wilmington looks stronger, and I believe we have Wilmington next. So it's, if you want to be undefeated, do the work, and you can be a champion.
Senior Roy Kanike came just seconds shy of first place, finishing in 16 minutes and 27 seconds. His opponent, Devin D. Baradini's of Wakefield, finished at 16 minutes and 23 seconds.
We got to train like we never won and race like we never lost. That's really what it is. We got to stay humble and we got to be disciplined. We can't win one meet and then just get lazy.
The girls were defeated 43-19, but head coach Jess Nelson was impressed by how many runners achieved personal best in the meet.
It was so much closer than I thought, and just every girl's individual performance here was just awesome. They did a great job. A lot of PRs and a lot of close to our PRs, and just a lot of fight and racing going on. So I'm so excited. I know our score is not a winning score, but personally to all of them, they all did something really great, and we can definitely build on that. So I'm really excited. This was a good meet.
8th grader Mariska Kilroy made her first varsity start this year, finishing in second place with a time of 20 minutes and 50 seconds.
Definitely just talking with my friends on the team. They're a real motivation. I think that'll be one of the biggest things, and then just trying to beat PRs.
The girls are searching for their first win after starting the season 0-2, while the boys are currently 1-1. Both teams will compete in Wilmington for their third meet of the season on September 30th.
The 2025 BHS Athletic Hall of Fame inductees have been announced. Let's take a look at a few of the inductees.
Joe Sheehan, class of 2007, was a member of the golf team from 2003 to 2006, serving as a captain in 2006 and qualifying for the state tournament. He was also a co-league champion. Sheehan set the record for most three-pointers in a basketball season at 34 and at 52 in his career. He also played baseball from 2005 to 2007. In his final year, he received the Lowell Umpires Sportsmanship Award, was named First Team Middlesex League All-Star, First Team Lowell Sun All-Star, Daily Times Player of the Year, and RCM Player of the Year. What a great achievement, Joe. Jess Nelson, class of 2010, currently the coach of Lady Devils Cross Country, was a 4-year member of the indoor track team and a 2-year member of the outdoor track team. She was named a Middlesex League All-Star her junior and senior years and was a 300-meter indoor champion in 2010. She also participated in the soccer program her sophomore and junior years and played softball her sophomore year. Congrats, Jess. Christina Razzo, class of 2012, was a 4-year member of the volleyball team, earning MVP honors all 4 years, and was a Middlesex League MVP in 2011. She also played basketball for 3 seasons, serving as captain in 2012, and was softball captain her senior year. Razzo was named BHS Female Athlete of the Year in 2012. Congrats, Christina.
More inductees will be featured in next week's report and each week leading up to the ceremony on October 9th. BCAT will be there to film the entire ceremony that evening. That is your Red Devils Sports Report. We'll have all the scores and highlights for you next week. For more, check out our sports section online and follow us on X at BNews Sports. I am Juliana McGrain. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Our photo of the week was sent in by Alita Charbonneau, who is helping out on our crew today. Alita captured this shot of the popular sculpture Dream Manifesting by sculptor Michael Alfano at its new location on the front lawn of the Town Hall Annex. Thanks for the photo, Alita. We'd like to see your photos. The photos could be of something you see around town, on vacation, or anything you think is interesting and want to share. Send them to bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. Things we're working on for you in the upcoming weeks. We'll have a report on the Sculpture Walk, Welcome Party, and an entertainment buzz with the award winners at the Burlington Players. We're bringing back our Who Works for Burlington segment and more. That's it from the news desk. Thank you for joining us.